Hi all, myself K. Karthikkumar. In the previous lecture video, we have seen a syllabus coverage of digital signal processing and its application subject. In this video, we are going to see about an introduction to digital signal processing, that is the basic terms and terminologies that is involved in digital signal processing. That is, we'll see some basic terminologies. That is signal processing and the classification of signal processing, considerations in DSP, importance of DSP and advantages of DSP over ASP, and disadvantages of DSP over ASP. These are the some of the contents we are going to see in this lecture video. That is signal processing. General, what is signal processing means? It is a kind of analyzing, modifying, and synthesizing a signal like sound signal and images and scientific measurements. That is the signals that is involved during scientific measurements. And this type of signals, that is the signal can be processed by two ways. That is by analog, with the help of analog system, we can process the signal, and with the help of digital system, we can process the signal. That can be used to improve the transmission and storage efficiency and subjective quality, and also emphasize or detect components of interest in a measured signal. In general, system that what we are receiving or what we are sending is an analog signal, and but the system what we are interpreting or manipulating is most commonly a digital signal. And in general, the system, that is the signal that is given to system, it might be an there are two types of signal, visible signal or invisible signal. For example, if a message is conveyed by an action or by drawing, is called a visible signal. And nowadays the signals can be sent by wirelessly by as an signal wave, that is electromagnetic wave. Here there will be some classifications of signal processing are available, that is analog signal processing and digital signal processing. Here analog signal processing, that is here the analog system is available, which requires analog input signal. So here we have given an analog input signal, and but the system it provides an analog output signal, which is to make some work. And this type of analog system are most commonly made of resistor, capacitor or inductor, or any kind of op-amp, that is operational amplifier. The second one is DSP, that is digital signal processing. If the input signal, that is what we are giving, is a analog input signal, which does not be given as direct to the digital system, but it has to be done some process. That is, this analog system must be converted to digital signal so that the digital system can interpret or manipulate the signal. So it is in order to convert the analog to digital, we are using ADC, that is analog to digital converter. And the signal what the digital system is providing is also digital one, but we are in need of analog signal. So in order to convert the digital to analog, we are using DAC, that is digital to analog converter, for conversion purpose. This type of operations are most commonly available in digital computers, digital logic, circuit boards, etc. The next is there are some considerations, that is there are some considerations in DSP, that is most of the signals generated are in nature or analog. Hence these signals are converted to digital form by analog to digital converter. This is one of the major important point. The next one is analog to digital converter generates an array of samples which gives it to the digital signal processor, and this array of samples or bundle of samples is the digital equivalent of input analog signal. The DSP performs, that is the digital signal processor performs signal processing operations like filtering, multiplication, transformation, and amplification process, etc. That is, for example, if an waveform is consisting of some noise or some noise interpretation or some another additional components in the waveform, analog waveform or any kind of waveform, this type of waveform can be filtered out with the help of this DSP for getting a pure waveform or pure signal. And the digital output signal from the DSP is given to the DAC for getting an analog signal. And in this we are going to see an importance of DSP, that is when a signal varies with time, we are usually concerned not only with its magnitude but also with how it changes. That is one of the major important factor that we have to consider when considering an analog signal. And there are some devices that is available to make an observation of the signal by continuously recording and displaying the measurement data in a time domain. That is, the devices are oscilloscopes, strip chart recorder, and other analog recording devices. When digital computers are utilized for this purpose, however, the magnitude of the signal is sampled only at fixed intervals of time with a complete loss of continuity. But most of the signals that can be analyzed with the help of both domains, that is in time domain as well as frequency domain. Each domain will have various specifications are available. Based on the specification, we can analyze on time domain signals as well as frequency domain signals. That is, we can know not only how the magnitude of the signal varied with time, but also what the amplitude of any oscillations are over a spectrum of frequencies. And in the analog signals, there will be some considerations to be taken out. That is, for converting an analog signal into a useful series of discrete digital data. The next is, there are some advantages are available. That is, there are advantages of DSP, digital signal processing, over analog signal. It is very compact. That is, digital signal is very compact and light in weight when compared to an analog system, which is quite large. And analog systems are less accurate than digital components, and they are less sensitive to the environmental changes and noise and disturbances. And analog systems is most flexible as software programs and control programs, and digital signals can store data in a digital hard disk or floppy disk or magnetic taps. Hence, it can be a transportable one, and they can be easily accessible at any time and anywhere. So it is lasting storage capacity. And digital signal processing can be done offline, and it can be used for mathematical signal processing algorithm for implementing on any DSP chip. And digital controllers are capable of performing complex computation with constant accuracy at high speed. Next is, there are some upgradable, that is systems, DSP systems are upgradable, which is not such advantages not available in ASP. And the possibility of sharing DSP processor between several tasks also feasible. And the cost of microprocessor and controllers on DSP processors are continuously going down. For some complex functions, it is not practically feasible to construct analog controllers. That is, for making some controllers, it is not directly it is not properly designed. That is, the analog controllers cannot be exactly designed for some applications. In that situation, you must go for a digital processor, that is a digital chip, for having a control action. And a single chip microprocessors and controllers and DSP processors are more versatile and powerful. The next one is disadvantages of DSP over ASP. That is, DSP is also having some disadvantages. That is, there we have more conversions in a DSP processor. That is analog to digital, digital to analog for getting an analog output, and it has some limit in frequency. For higher frequency, it is not applicable, but for higher frequency, ASP is more preferred one than a DSP processor. Thank you, and subscribe to the channel.